What's up, DC Nation? Welcome back to another video, and guys, today is a big day. We're getting all the announcements for the next 10 years of DC movies, I think. 8 to 10 years. This is James Gunn's plan. James Gunn is the new head of DC since like December, and yeah, Black Adam, it failed. It was a good movie, but it didn't work out, alright? The Rock's vision was not brought to light. It wasn't able to be continued. No Superman versus Black Adam, which also means no Henry Cavill. Back in December, he was out. He's no longer Superman. He may return in the far future for like an Elseworld, but for now, he's done. And yeah, for this year, we got Shazam! Fury of the Gods, The Flash, Blue Beetle, and Aquaman. In 2024, we got Joker, Fully Ado, and Constantine. But after that, we don't know. But guess what? This video that I'm about to react to, which is titled Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters from DC Studios, will tell us all the movies coming out 2025 onward, and maybe some hints and little details about the movies coming out this year. Because guys, Shazam! Fury of the Gods, a trailer came out last week. It looked cool, but it's obvious that the films this year are kind of filler. Like, it's, you know, to fill time before we get to the new universe, the reboots that James Gunn is heading. So yeah, guys, that's what I want to go over real quick before we get into this video. And yeah, how this video is gonna go is obviously I'm reacting to this video, Chapter 1. It's 6 minutes, but I'll be pausing it, giving my thoughts on each announcement, give like a 1-minute explanation of that announcement, and then my overall thoughts on any predictions or theories. So, without further ado, guys, it's time to get into Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters. Bro, I'm hyped, okay? I'm really hyped.
Hey everybody, I'm James Gunn. I'm the co-CEO of DC Studios. So as many of you know, DC has been disconnected in film and television for a long time. And it's one of, our jobs, mine and Peter's, is to come in and make sure the DCU is connected in film.
That's right. So he said him and Peter, so Peter Safran, right? It's James Gunn and Peter Safran. They're the ones that are leading this new DC universe.
Television, gaming, and animation. That the characters are consistent, played by the same actors, and it works within one story. And if something is outside of that, like Matt Reeves' Batman, or Todd Phillips' Joker, or Teen Titans Go, that it is clearly labeled as DC Elseworlds, outside.
Okay, that's a big deal. So, James Gunn has officially announced, like, this officially labels this as a reboot, and Matt Reeves' The Batman is separate. It's an Elseworld story. Todd Phillips' Joker, an Elseworld story. Which I was fine with Joker being an Elseworld story. It's always been like that. But the Batman, it really felt like it was going to be the starting point of a new universe, but now it's a whole separate story. It's basically going to be out like the Dark Knight trilogy. Bro, it's just one trilogy, its own thing. It was Christopher Nolan's thing, this is Matt Reeves' thing, but it's not in an actual universe, which is kind of disappointing because I was hoping to see Robert Pattinson's Batman interact with the world around him other than Gotham City, which we may still get that, but yeah, that's kind of disappointing, but at the same time, it's also exciting because now Matt Reeves can do anything with that Elseworld story. He could do very bold things like kill off characters or not change storylines, but elevate them a little bit. And you don't have to worry about continuity, like big continuity, universe expanding continuity. So that's exciting. And guys, my thoughts on The Batman 2, I'm really excited for it. I hope we get like Mr. Freeze as a villain. I hope we see Killer Croc in the beginning maybe because the city was flooded. And maybe set up like a Robin in Matt Reeves' Batman universe. And for Joker Fully Ado, I'm not as excited. Like, I loved the first Joker, but it wasn't really a Joker movie. It was its own thing. I still liked it, though. Where this one, it has Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn, which I'm not a big fan of that, and it's supposed to be a musical, which, dude, I'm not into musicals, so I'm not as excited for it. I may still check it out, but I like that it's not in the universe. Like, I already figured it wasn't in James Gunn's universe, but it's good to get that clarification. Alright, let's continue.
Of the mainstream DCU continuity. Now, Peter and I have gotten pretty lucky in terms of the 4 projects that are coming out over the next year. First, we have Shazam! Fury of the Gods.
Yeah.
Shazam has always been off kind of in his own part of the DCU.
Shazam is so awesome, man.
He connects very well. That moves directly into The Flash, a fantastic movie that I really love that resets the entire DC universe. And then to move into...
Okay. Pause there. So he said The Flash will reset the DC universe, which... it was always supposed to be like that. Like, that was its initial, like, announcement. When they announced the Flash movie with Ezra Miller, it was going to reset the DC universe. But I thought when James Gunn jumped on board that the Flash... I honestly didn't know what it was going to be, because now we have a new universe and it's going to be a reboot. You don't really need a movie to reset things, but I guess this still works. It still works that... and now The Flash, that movie has a purpose. It's actually resetting everything. It's going to be a very interesting movie. Like, you got Michael Keaton's Batman, Ben Affleck's Batman, their last time being in movies as Batman. You got Sasha Calle's Supergirl. You got a lot of things going on there. I'm not a big fan of Ezra Miller's Flash. He was cool in Zack Snyder's Justice League, but I feel like that was more because Zack Snyder's a good director. He really pushed that. Where Ezra Miller, I don't know, I'm not really with him as an actor. Besides all the things he's done outside, which is not good, him as an actor, I'm not a fan of him. I'm not a fan of his acting. So I'm happy, well, it sounds like the Flash movie will be his only movie as the Flash, and everything will be reset, and he's done. Which, I hope it stays that way. And go.
Beetle, a fantastic film about a kid who's a marvelous part of the DCU,
Marvelous.
And then into Aquaman 2, which leads...
Homie said marvelous. You're talking about DC, you said marvelous. What? Like, I respect him. He has got some guts to say that. Like, he's only said it once, so we're good. Like, it's an adjective. Like, whatever. It's not a big deal. I just find it funny. But Blue Beetle, I'm excited for that. That movie looks awesome. The set photos they've shown... and just the suits, like, that might actually be my most anticipated DC movie this year. Because The Flash, I'm on the fence about. Shazam looks cool, but it looks like a filler movie. Aquaman, so far, looks kind of filler-ish. Where Blue Beetle, yeah, it's a standalone movie, but it looks pretty cool so far. And I'm a big fan of Blue Beetle's character, Jaime Reyes. That version of Blue Beetle. Ted Kord, he may show up as well.
Directly into our next few projects, which I'm going to tell you about now.
All right, let's go.
Peter and I, along with a group of very talented writers,
I'm hyped, man.
To map out an 8 to 10 year plan of what
8
DC
to 10
Studios will be in film, television, and gaming. This first chapter is called Gods and Monsters. Now, this, what I'm about to tell you, is a part of the first
Gods
chapter.
and Monsters.
It's not the entire first chapter.
Huh.
The first project is Creature Commandos. Creature Commandos is an animated series. I've written all the episodes. Something we're going to do that's a little bit different at DC is we're going to have characters move into animation, out of animation, usually having the same actor play their voice as who plays them in live action. The next project up
so let's go back to that. So, James Gunn has announced Creature Commandos. It's going to be an animated series, and these animated characters will be able to be in live action as well. And the characters on here, it seems like there's going to be, let's go back a little bit. We got Rick Flag Sr. It looks like Rick Flag Sr. This character, I don't know. Looks like a new character, like a squid-like character. Dr. Phosphorus, I think that's his name. So Dr. Phosphorus, Frankenstein, bro. Frankenstein is being put in the spotlight. It's odd, it's weird, but I'm interested. Lady Frankenstein, okay, I'm pretty sure that's Lady Frankenstein. This guy, G.I. Robot, right? That's his name? G.I. Robot, which, it's a robot character, that could be fun. And that's Weasel. Bro, Weasel's back? Like, Weasel survived Suicide Squad, so it's cool to see him back. He's such a wacky character. And James Gunn said it's an animated series. I wonder if it's gonna be like 7 or 8 episodes. Probably 8 episodes. I think it's 8 episodes. And yeah, it may be a mini-series, may get a couple seasons, we'll see, but this is an odd starter to the announcements, but I kind of dig it. It's different, and I like the lineup.
I've written all the episodes. something we're going to do that's
and James Gunn wrote all the episodes, as you just said.
Characters move into animation, out of animation, usually having the same actor play their voice as who plays them in live action. The next project up is Waller. This is a story of Amanda Waller, played by Viola Davis. Viola Davis is going to team up with members of Team Peacemaker, and this is a story that's been created by Crystal Henry, who did Watchmen.
All right, we got Amanda Waller. She's back. Viola Davis, so she's one of the few people that are sticking around from the old universe. And it's basically like Peacemaker Season 2 I'm getting from this, because it has the Peacemaker characters in here. It's about Amanda Waller. At the end of Peacemaker, the Suicide Squad, Task Force X got found out. They're out in the public now. That's a big deal. Amanda Waller, she'll have to deal with all these conflicts. So it could be interesting. I'm not hyped about it. I'm going to check it out for sure. And it's cool, but it's not a huge announcement. I kind of expected James Gunn to continue his Suicide Squad story. I was expecting actually a Peacemaker Season 2, but this actually works better. Like, Waller should get her own type of story. Like, a show, I think that's actually the best way to do it. I'm happy it's not a movie, but a show, I like that.
Jeremy Carver, who created the Doom Patrol, it is a fantastic...
Jeremy Carver. Dude, okay. This could be a good show. I'm getting more excited for it.
Fantastic story that's out of this world, and I can't wait for people to see it. Okay. Next up is the big one, the true beginning of the DC.
Okay.
This is called Superman
Let's go! Let's go! Okay, bro. I'm repping him. I'm repping Superman, guys. I got my Superman shirt right here. Okay, they have the title right there. Superman Legacy. Bro, Superman Legacy? I actually dig that title. And that's a good image they use from All-Star Superman, which... that's one of the best Superman stories of all time. It's only a 12-issue maxi series, but I got it all collected. I might make a video about that now that they use that image, but still, it's gonna be a movie, and yeah, guys, Superman's gonna be the Kickstarter for this new universe. But kind of similar to Man of Steel. Man of Steel kicked off, well, it was supposed to kick off the last universe, but that never took off. It kinda, but it never reached its potential. But here, we got Superman kicking off the universe again, and hopefully this time it's successful, okay? Because this actually gets me excited. The thing is, though, let's see if we get a release date. He said 2025, but like maybe a month or a date, we'll see.
Being written by me, I'm in the middle of it.
Written by James Gunn.
I'm having a great time doing it, and Superman will be released into theaters July 11th, 2025. Okay.
Bro, July 11th? What's today? January 31st, 2023. July 11th, 2025. Bro, that's 2.5 years later. And that's gonna be the start of this Chapter 1 Gods and Monsters. That's so far away, but I'm actually happy about that. They're taking their time to actually plan things out. They're gonna really try to get directors, get people in there. He'll probably speak about that. I hope he does. Talk about directors and their visions and being creative and giving them creative control. He has to talk about that because that's important. But Superman being the Kickstarter and the title, Superman Legacy, that's a strong title. I like it. I'm happy they didn't just go with like The Superman or Superman, or even like Man of Tomorrow. Like Man of Tomorrow is a great title, but it would be a good Man of Steel 2 title, you know? So it's good they went with the alternate title that still, still rolls off the tongue. Superman Legacy, like I dig it.
The next thing is a big premiere HBO television series called Lanterns. This is a story of a couple of Green Lanterns, John Stewart and Hal Jordan, and we have a few other Lanterns peppered in there, but this is really a terrestrial-based TV show, which is almost like True Detective with a couple of Green Lanterns who are space cops watching over Precinct Earth. In it, they discover a terrifying mystery that ties into our larger story of the DCU. Next is a big movie.
No, we gotta go back to that. Holy crap. Bro, they're doing a Lantern TV show? Okay, there was supposed to be an HBO Max TV show, but they canceled that, but now we're doing a new one. James Gunn has announced a Lantern TV show called Lanterns that will probably come out in 2025. It's going to star Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern, and John Stewart, the Green Lantern, as the main characters. There's going to be other Green Lanterns in the show that will show up, probably like Guy Gardner, Tomar Root, Tomar Ray, Kilowog. So many possibilities. It's going to be a mystery take on the Green Lanterns. It'll really show the Green Lanterns being space cops, them investigating things, them trying to solve crimes in the galaxy, in the universe, and it will tie heavily in James Gunn's universe, DC universe going forward. They're going to discover something in the show that'll be very important. So this is a must-watch. I'm really excited about this. I've been saying for a while, guys, that the Green Lanterns deserve their spotlight. They deserve to have a show, or at least a movie, another shot, because the Green Lantern movie failed in 2011, but it's been over 10 years, man. It's time to get the Green Lanterns back out there. The Green Lanterns can literally have a franchise. Like, the Green Lantern mythology is so vast, so expansive that you can make 6 movies focusing on different storylines like Blackest Night, Sinestro. You can make 6 movies focusing on stories like Blackest Night, Sinestro Corps War, Atrocitus and the Red Lanterns. Like, there's so much storylines there, and an example of a perfect interpretation of the Green Lantern mythology, if you want that, go check out Green Lantern, the animated series. It's a 26-episode show that got canceled because the movie wasn't good 2011, but the show is quality. I've reacted to it. I did reviews on every single episode on this channel. So if you want more content from me, go check out those videos, but you should definitely check out the show. It follows Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern, Kilowog, and 2 new characters, Razor and Aya, that are amazing. That show really demonstrates how far and how much potential there is with the Green Lantern mythology, and it should definitely be explored. And I'm so happy they're exploring it now in a TV show, especially that we're getting Hal Jordan back, and finally we're getting John Stewart in live action. Bro, I am so hyped. This might be my favorite announcement yet. Like, I figured we'd get Superman announcement. I got the shirt on for a reason. Like, James Gunn was already talking about a Superman movie, but this, I didn't expect that. Well, like, I kind of predicted. I thought maybe, but it was kind of like a shot in the dark. I wasn't sure if they would actually announce this, but dude, this is awesome. Let's keep going.
A couple of Green Lanterns, John Stewart and Hal Jordan, and we have a few other lanterns peppered in there, but this is really a terrestrial-based TV show, which is almost like True Detective with a couple of Green Lanterns who are space cops watching over Precinct Earth. In it, they discover a terrifying mystery that ties into our larger story of the DC.
All right, James Gunn, you got me hooked.
Movie called The Authority. The Authority is a passion project of mine. It's based on the marvelous Wildstorm characters. We are now bringing into the DCU.
He said marvelous again.
We'll interact with all of our primary DCU characters. The Authority are a group of superheroes who think the world is broken and they want to fix it by any means necessary. I think it's a very different look at superheroes. We're doing a television series.
Oh, wow. He's going to the next announcement already. All right, let's go back. So, James Gunn is doing the Authority movie. He announced that, and it will be focused on the Authority. Obviously, you got Midnighter, Apollo. It's from the Wildstorm comics. There's a bunch of characters here. They're okay, but they're very obscure. I did not expect this. I would have never thought about this getting a movie or a TV show or even being in the spotlight now. But, man, that's odd. But I respect James Gunn for doing something different. Like, it could be cool. Like, this Authority movie could definitely tie in with the Superman of this universe, because in the comics, Superman teams up with the Authority in the War World Saga, which is a recent story, but it's a great story by Philip Kennedy Johnson. And yeah, guys, this has also like good The Authority comics by Grant Morrison. Like, Grant Morrison really made these characters good. He made some good stories about them. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of The Authority. I don't really care for their characters that much, but I do like the stories where they team up with Superman, so that could be really dope. This is some good setup here. It really feels like James Gunn and Peter Safran has thought this out, and yeah, the Lantern announcement is really the thing that got me hooked. Like, that got me hooked, got me invested in listening to James Gunn, and this is an oddball. It's a curveball, but I'm still with it. I dig it. These announcements have been amazing so far.
Series called Paradise Lost. Paradise Lost is a story of Paradise Island, usually known as Themyscira, which is the birthplace of Wonder Woman. It's almost like Game of Thrones with Westeros, but with all of the inhabitants of Paradise Island. The introduction of the DCU's Batman.
Oh, wait, hold up. Wait. Alright, I'm gonna act like I didn't hear that yet. That was something big there. Introduction of Batman, but we're not gonna skip over Wonder Woman. Alright, so James Gunn has announced a Paradise Lost TV show, live action. It'll focus on Themyscira in the past, the birthplace of Wonder Woman. So this is James Gunn's way of introducing Wonder Woman into his new DC universe and really putting the spotlight on the Amazons and Themyscira. And it's gonna have like a Game of Thrones and Westworld vibe. So I'm excited. I'm really excited for this show. It can be really cool. It can have a live action. And the Amazons are awesome. How they were depicted in the Wonder Woman movies and Zack Snyder's Justice League just shows the potential. So I'm excited to watch this show. And I like this. We're not getting another Wonder Woman movie. We don't need another Wonder Woman movie for a while, but instead, we're going into her history, her people's history, the Amazons' history, and slowly introducing her back. So, we got Superman, we got Wonder Woman, we need Batman to complete the trinity. And yeah, the Batman, Matt Reeves' the Batman is not in this universe, so we're getting a new Batman. And guys, this might be a huge announcement. I already heard him say, like, for the introduction of Batman, he's doing, but then I cut it off to go back, so I gotta contain my excitement. Like, I wonder what type of Batman he's gonna do. I really hope with this new Batman, he gets like the blue costume, the blue and gray, because we've never seen the blue and gray Batman costume in live action. We always see like the black costume, the very dark, him in the shadows, which works well, but to really change up Batman here and make him different from all the other interpretations in the movies, give him the blue and gray suits, make him more Silver Age vibe. Well, give him a more Silver Age vibe, and yeah, there's some ways James Gunn could go with this, but enough me talking. Let's hear what he's got.
Introduction of the DCU's Batman is The Brave and the Bold. The Brave and the Bold is the story of Batman and his actual son, Damian Wayne.
Yo, what?
Based on Grant Morrison's great comic book run. Damian Wayne is my favorite Robin. He's a little assassin who Batman tries to get in line, and so this is the story of the two of them and the beginning of sort of the Bat family in the DCU. Next up is
hold on. Go back. Yo, dude. Oh my gosh. So, Batman, the Brave and the Bold. Is it just gonna be called The Brave and the Bold? That's what it seems like. So, James Gunn has announced The Brave and the Bold, a new Batman movie that'll be set in this new universe, and it's gonna be based off the Grant Morrison comics where Batman teams up with his son Robin, which his actual son, Damian Wayne is being introduced in live action, which is crazy, because the whole story of Damian Wayne, Ra's al Ghul, Talia al Ghul, that background, and the Grant Morrison comics are amazing. Grant Morrison is one of the best Batman writers of all time, and his run in the 2000s was phenomenal. So this definitely gets me excited. I'm excited to see what story they'll actually go with. Like, yeah, we got Batman and his son Robin. They're teaming up, but who are they fighting? Will this movie really be about Damian Wayne? Like, is he in the full spotlight? And will we see Ra's al Ghul involved? Or is it just, okay, Batman and his son Damian Wayne Robin are already established, and they're they're fighting some other villain. And I like that James Gunn said that this is the start of the Bat family in this universe. So we're finally getting the Bat family in live action. Like, the only type of Bat family we ever got in the movies was Batman and Robin, when you had Batman, Robin, Batgirl, but that sucked. Like, Batman and Robin is one of the worst superhero movies of all time, so that wasn't good. And ever since then, it's just been Batman on his own. The Dark Knight trilogy, just Batman. Ben Affleck's Batman, just Batman. Robin's dead in that universe, and Matt Reeves' the Batman, it seems like it will just stay the Batman, because I barely doubt they'll have Batman and Robin in 2 different movies. Like, at least this way, it changes it up a little bit. So in Matt Reeves' the Batman, it's just him, the Batman, being a detective in like year 2 or year 3. But here, we got Batman and his son teaming up. Robin. Dude. That is the best announcement so far. Like, that's got me hyped. I'm really excited for this. So we got the Trinity. We got Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. We got the Green Lanterns. We got some oddballs like the Creature Commandos, Waller. Dude, this video is amazing so far. As a DC fan, I've never been this excited. Like, I'm hyped. Let's keep it going.
Tries to get in line, and so this is the story of the 2 of them and the beginning of sort of the Bat family.
Actually, let me go back real quick.
Damian Wayne is my favorite Robin. He's a little assassin who Batman tries to get in line, and so this is the story.
Okay, so the movie will be about Damian Wayne. Like he said, Damian Wayne is a little assassin, a Robin that Batman tries to get in line. So Damian Wayne's gonna be trying, well, he'll kind of be going up against his father away, like there'll be some conflict there, which I like. That's how it should be. So yeah.
Of the 2 of them.
This is gonna be good.
Of sort of the Bat family in the DCU. Next up is a TV series called Booster Gold. Booster Gold is one of
Booster Gold.
Booster Gold. He's a fascinating guy. He's a loser from the future who uses future technology to come back to present day and become a superhero so that people will love him. Dude. It is basically the superhero story of imposter syndrome on an HBO Max series.
Okay, so James Gunn has announced a Booster Gold live-action TV series, and guys, we have Blue Beetle and Booster Gold. Blue and Gold. I never thought we'd be getting both of them in live action. Like, Blue Beetle, that's gonna be an awesome movie, but this is a TV show that's perfect. And if they interpret Booster Gold in this TV show the same way he's interpreted in Justice League Unlimited, then we got a very heartfelt and funny show coming our way. Because the episode of Justice League Unlimited, Season 1, Episode 7, I believe, that's titled The Great Story Never Told, that focuses on Booster Gold all the way throughout, is one of my favorite episodes in the DC animated universe. And dude, that episode, I already loved Booster Gold before, but that episode really made me love his character. And this TV show gets me hyped. Like, I like the idea of a superhero from the future that is kind of a loser, comes back in time and tries to gain respect, but he fails at every turn. But ultimately, he might actually save the world. Like, that's interesting. And yeah, dude, these announcements, James Gunn is coming in strong. Like, we just gotta let him cook, man. We just gotta let him cook and make something great. And I'm happy I didn't doubt James Gunn, because initially, when they announced that Henry Cavill's gone, the end of the Snyder Universe, like, yeah, that was unfortunate, but I was still excited and hopeful for what James Gunn had, and yeah, my hope paid off, man. Like, this looks awesome. I'm really liking these plans.
HBO Max series. One of my favorite comic book series from last year was Tom King's run on Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. And so we're going to turn that into a big science fiction epic film. Now, Superman is a guy who was sent to Earth and raised by loving parents. Supergirl in this story, she is a character who was raised on a chunk of Krypton. She watched everybody around her perish in some terrible way. So she's a much more jaded character. And that brings me to
Swamp Thing. Oh, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. We gotta go back to Supergirl. Dude. Okay. James Gunn has announced Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, that'll be based off the comic with the same title, written by Tom King, that came out like a couple years ago. It's a very dark and sad story, but also hopeful at times. It's interesting. It's a pretty good miniseries. I highly recommend it. The art is phenomenal in that series, but yeah, this should be an interesting interpretation of Supergirl's character, something very different from the Supergirl TV show, and something odd, but intriguing to add to this new universe. So yeah, I'm excited about this, but let's get to the next announcement.
Was sent to Earth and raised by loving parents. Whereas Supergirl in this story, she is a character who was raised on a chunk of Krypton. She watched
Swamp Thing. I'm just waiting for the Swamp Thing announcement.
So she's a much more jaded character.
Yep, jaded.
That brings me to Swamp Thing, the last thing we're going to talk about. A very dark horror story.
He said this is the last announcement. Okay. I'm going to let him say everything and then I'll give my thoughts.
In the origins of the monster who is Swamp Thing. And although it's totally outside of the rest of the DCU, it will still feed into the rest of the stories. Anyway, those are the
Yo. Swamp Thing? Dude, Swamp Thing's show got canceled on HBO Max, but Swamp Thing is back, bro. He's back, bigger than ever. He's getting a movie, and it's gonna be a horror vibe. It'll talk about the origin of Swamp Thing and the green. That sounds very different from everything else. And it really cements the title, Gods and Monsters. Like, you got gods, Superman, and all these heroes, right? Like Batman, Wonder Woman. They can be held up to a god level. But then you got monsters, Swamp Thing, Creature Commandos. Like, dude, I really love that announcement. Swamp Thing is a great character that deserves to be in the spotlight. There's a lot of cool stories that could come from that. And hopefully, since we're getting a Swamp Thing movie, maybe in the far future, we could get an Animal Man TV show. Or at least Animal Man maybe even shows up in that movie. Because Animal Man is awesome. He's a really cool character. And in the comics by Alan Moore and the comics by Scott Snyder about Swamp Thing and Animal Man, they are all great. And yeah, dude, I think that concludes it. I'm going to listen to the last part, and then I'll give my overall thoughts on these announcements. You already know it's positive. I've been hyped this entire video, and yeah, let's go.
Stories that I can tell you about right now. I've loved the DC characters since I was a child.
I could tell, man. Respect, James Gunn.
This was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to do something very different. One of the things that's very important for me in all of these movies and TV series is that the director's vision and the vision of the writers and all of the creators is unique. Something special.
Okay.
Storytelling is always king. That's all
Facts.
that matters to us.
Dude, that is so true.
I want to be true to you guys and really give you something different than you've ever seen before. Anyway, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you watching. I hope this was exciting for you.
It was.
Really exciting.
It was.
And I can't wait to start to dive into these stories with you guys on this grand adventure. Thank you so much.
Dude.
They're incredible.
James Gunn. Respect, man. These announcements were amazing. It's the first part of Chapter 1. He said this wasn't all of Chapter 1. There may be a few more announcements, but dude, I think that was like 10 announcements. We had Creature Commandos, Waller, Superman, Lanterns, Booster Gold. I'm going out of order now. Actually, wait. Paradise Lost, Batman the Brave and the Bold, Booster Gold. Also, we had Swamp Thing, we had Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, and I think there was one more. I think there was like 10 overall. Like, there was a lot of announcements. Oh yeah, the Authority. Yeah, see, like, the Authority, that's the only like kind of forgettable one, but there's potential there at the same time. But yeah, 10 announcements, guys. Starting in 2025, a whole 8 to 10 year plan. I'm excited. Like, I'm really excited for the future of the DC movie universe and the DC universe overall. Like, The comics are going in a better direction with the dawn of DC. It's already getting better. The Titans are replacing the Justice League in the comics. You got a lot of cool comics coming our way, like a Green Lantern comic, a Green Arrow comic, Flash. Flash is always good with Jeremy Adams. And yeah, comics are doing well. Video games, we got Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League coming out. The TV shows, a bunch of TV shows are ending, but like Flash's final season looks promising. Superman Lois looks promising. And then after that, it's a clean slate. And we actually got a couple TV shows here that got me excited. A Lantern TV show, a Booster Gold TV show. So yeah, the TV show lineup is phenomenal. The movie lineup is phenomenal. The comic lineup is great. Video games looks pretty good. And yeah, guys, DC is in a bold new direction. We're gonna have to get past these few like filler years, like 2023, 2024. But after that, DC will be in the brightest spot it's ever been in. Well, yeah, actually, I'd say the brightest spot. Like, we actually have a coherent universe coming up. Like, this is probably the best DC news I've gotten in so long. Like, I actually have something to get so hyped about. Like, I'm always looking to the past with DC content, Justice League Unlimited, Batman Beyond, The Batman, Green Lantern animated series, and those shows are great, but then again, it's the past. I've been waiting for a while to really have a promising DC Comics future, and it's finally here. Dude, I'm hyped, I'm excited, but you guys some of your thoughts on all these announcements down below. If you like the video, give it a big thumbs up. New to the channel, make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on my next DC Comics video. I cover Justice League Unlimited, The Batman on this channel. I also cover DC Comics, and of course, when all these movies and TV shows come out in the future, I'll be covering every single one of them, and you'll be getting reactions to the TV shows. I can't wait for the Lanterns TV show. That's the thing. That's the announcement that got me the most hyped, okay? The Brave and the Bold announcement got me hyped as well, but that's a movie. Where Lanterns, that's a TV show that we could watch at home. It's gonna be detective focused, like just space cops, Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart. That's awesome. But yeah, guys, that's gonna wrap up the video. Thanks for watching, and peace out.